and welcome back to my channel. I am in a different location today because I am staying at my mum's house. Unfortunately, Lewis is unwell and my mum and stepdad are actually on holidays. So I am staying at their house for the next couple of days and looking after my family dog. His name's Teddy, so if you see a cavoodle walking or making any noise in the background, that is him. Today we're going house hunting again. So if you are new to my channel, we have been looking since December 2021. There he is, hi Teddy. We are looking for a 3 to 4 bedroom house with 2 living areas. Do you want to get in the video? Say hi. Hi Teddy. He's like, what are you doing? So the houses that we're kind of looking for, 3 to 4 bedrooms, preferably 2 living areas, a small-ish backyard, with a bit of grass, so if in the future we want to get a dog, we can have a dog. Ensuite bathroom, a nice kitchen. The main thing that we look for is that the house is well made. So it's not that it's like the newest and it has like the best appliances or anything like that. We don't mind buying an older home as long as it is well made. So we're looking for things like cracks, poor craftsmanship with painting and skirting, and then they're pretty much like the structural things that we're mainly looking for. If like the carpet or the floorboards like we hate, that's just cosmetic stuff. We can always change those kinds of things, but we're looking more for a well-made house that if we want to change things, we can, and it's not going to cost us an absolute fortune. So they're the kinds of things that we are looking for. Our price range is pretty generous, and we feel like that we could get a 4-bedroom house with 2 living rooms, and we could also get a 3-bedroom with 2 living rooms. Now the price difference between those two is a couple of $100,000 depending on location. I feel like with the money that we are possibly going to spend, we obviously want to get as much room as we possibly can, because houses at the moment are absolutely ridiculous. Like the price of them is just insane. So we want to make sure that we're getting like a good deal, because the loan that we're going to have is not like, it's not what we currently have in our first home. So we live in a 2-bedroom unit, and that house we bought for $573,000 back in 2000. We bought it in 2019. And the year is now 2022. And people might be thinking like, why do you even need a house? Like, you don't have any kids or anything. Well, the fact is that Lewis works from home and he wants a bit of separation from home life and work life. So at the moment, his office is right next to where we sleep, and that's just not enough separation. Sorry, that's not enough separation for him. So we're lucky that we are actually in the position to buy a bigger home so close to getting our first home. So we do understand that we are really lucky in that sense. But I'm looking at, I think, 3 houses today. I'm going to take you along with me for privacy reasons. I'm not going to show too much of the house, but I will show maybe little snippets, probably like bedrooms and kitchens maybe. If there is anything that is personal in the home, obviously I'm not going to shoot that, or I will blur it out. But yeah, so I'll take you through the first house. It's honestly a couple of 100 meters down the road from where I'm currently staying. And it is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2 living area, and the range is between $900,000 to $9,800 to $1,080,000. I think I said that right. So yeah, I'll let you know. That does seem actually really pricey for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm back home from looking at that house. Yeah, it's a no from me. I think the price that they're asking for is just absolutely absurd. it is way too expensive. So it's almost at 1.1 million, and the master bedroom is an okay size. It's like an average size bedroom. The second bedroom was like a pretty good standard size, and then the third bedroom was like, you wouldn't even be able to fit Lewis's desk in there. It was tiny. So I think because of the location, we are near a lot of really good schools, and obviously if you are in a location like that, it bumps up the price. We honestly do not care. Like, I don't mind if the house is not next to schools, because primary schooling, in like our opinion, if we were to ever have kids, is not, it's not like the biggest deal to us. Like, we don't really care too much about going to a prestigious public primary school. Like, I don't care about that stuff. It might change, my opinion might change, but yeah, so that house is a no from us. I just sent photos to Lewis and I just told him like, yeah, nah, sorry, I'm not paying almost 1.1 for a small 3-bedroom house. The layout was really good. I really did like the layout, but other than that, yeah, nah. So I'm heading up to another suburb now. Not now, sorry, in about an hour and a half. And I will hopefully be able to get you some footage at that house. This one is 4-bedroom, 2 living area with a granny flat out of the house. So it does have an extra living space, which is what we, like, that is exactly what we want. And we're happy to pay a premium for that. So I will let you know my thoughts. I'm really hoping that this is a potential, because I'm so over looking at houses. I'm so over it. So next time that you'll see me, it'll most likely be in the car talking about the house. Okay, I'll see you soon. Okay, so I'm sure that you just saw some footage of the house. Sorry if you're on a bit of a slant. Is that a bit better? There we go. But yeah, as soon as like you walked in, there was this huge waft, and I don't want to offend anybody. It was a huge, like, strong scent of a mature woman, which, like, there's nothing wrong with that, but it just kind of put me off from the house. The house wasn't that bad. The 3rd bedroom, so it was a 3-bedroom plus like a granny flat to the side of the house. The granny flat was awful. Like, the floor wasn't even smooth. It was like so bumpy. You didn't know if you were going up or down. It was really poorly made. The outside area was really nice. There was lots of plants and flowers and things. It had a really nice deck. The kitchen and living area was really pretty. It was so dark though. Like, the house, like, I know that the weather here today is terrible, which I'm sure you can tell because the lighting in this car is terrible. But it was so dark, and yeah, like, it was okay. Like, I couldn't see myself living there. Like, you know, when you walk into a house and you're like, oh my gosh, like, this is the one, this is it. I didn't immediately get that feeling. I did take some videos to show Lewis because obviously he couldn't join me, and I'm sure you would have seen some like before I started talking. It was okay. Like, it's going for auction, but I think the price range at the moment is 1 million to 1.1, and honestly I wouldn't pay more than like $1 million 1.1 for it. Like, I wouldn't pay any more. And I feel like for that house, we would have to do a lot to it. We would have to repaint the whole house, gut all the tiles, probably redo all the floors. I don't know. I didn't like it that much to spend a lot more money on making it ours, if that makes sense. Like, the layout was all right. It did have a second living area, which is really, really good. And the main bedroom was away from the other 2 bedrooms. But for $1 million and 1.1 for a 3-bedroom house with like a pretty cruddy granny flat to the side, I don't know if it was worth it. Like, I would knock down the entire granny flat and rebuild a new one. That's how poorly made it was. The floors, whoever did the concreting, like, they need to go back to school because it was not flat. Unless they did it themselves, it was not flat. It was terrible. So Lewis sent me a link to one in another suburb, which is about 10 minutes from there. So I'm gonna head there now. It looks okay. I think it is 2-story. I really like going to houses on a day like this because you can tell how bright they're going to be on a sunny day. So I'm going to get there now. I'll see if I can take a bit more footage and then I'll let you know what I think. So back home from house hunting. I'm so over it. I'm so over like looking at houses. It's becoming not fun anymore. We've been looking since December 2021. So, I mean, like not long, like 4 months now, but I'm just so sick of walking into a house and it having a terrible paint job, terrible finishes, like the photos not matching what it looks like. I'm just really over it. I'm really over this really small bedrooms. I don't know, I'm just getting a little bit frustrated. I would have put in some videos of this house, like some footage of the house. I also would have put in some, I actually don't think I spoke about how much the house was. So I initially went into the house not knowing how much it was. Lewis just sent the link to me and was like, can you go and see this house? And I was like, sure. I walked into the house and I actually initially really liked it. I was like, the layout's really great. The finishings were actually pretty good. The room sizes were awesome in this particular house. The last 2 that I saw were not that great, like they were super tiny. So this one was looking promising. So I was looking around, it's 2-story, it had a rumpus and a home office downstairs. And then it had 3 really good size bedrooms. And it had a pretty big living area with the kitchen. And I was walking around and I was like, where's the laundry? Like, I couldn't find it because they're usually like nooked away somewhere. And so I asked the real estate agent, I was like, is there a laundry? Like, I don't remember seeing one. And she was like, oh yeah, it's just like behind the kitchen. So I walked back to what I thought was a walk-in pantry and it was supposed to be a laundry, but there was no space really for a washing machine or dryer. There was nowhere, because like with a washing machine, you know how you have to put the, what do you call it, the like hose thing to empty out the water. There was, I don't remember seeing a spot for that. I was thinking like, oh, like this house, like that's not a big deal, that's okay, like we can change things like that. With the home office downstairs, it was super dark, so like maybe don't use that as a home office, change that into a laundry. And I was like, that's a great idea. And then like I messaged Lewis and I was like, oh, like this house looks promising, I'll take videos and I'll show you. And he was like, oh yeah, that's great. And then when I got into the car, I looked at the link because I was like, how much is this house? Like 900 to $1 million, like that's pretty good, because it would cost money to convert the home office to a laundry. But I was like, oh, if it's that price, like that's pretty good, like we can afford to do that. And then I looked at the statement of information and I think the house was up to like 1.2 million. And I was like, well, there goes that idea. Like it just, I don't know, like so much money for houses that are not amazing. Like the quality that you get now for the price is absolutely absurd. Like if we were looking back in 2019, we could have got a $700,000 house that had 3 to 4 bedrooms, really nice, really well made, but it was out of our price range back then. And now you're looking at $1 million house that's 4 bedrooms and it's an absolute hole. Like I'm really sorry and I hope I'm not offending anybody, but I'm so over it. I'm so, like there have been two houses since we've been looking in December that we have thought to be promising. One of them went for $200,000, more than $200,000 over the asking price. And then the other one, we just scared ourselves because we were like, oh no, we can't afford to make those changes, even though like we could. We just scared ourselves. So that was our fault. But other than that, the other house that we liked, that we actually went to auction for, when did we go to auction for that one? Like a month ago. But that house wasn't worth the space. Like there was no backyard that you could use, and it went for like 1.2 or 1.3. It was just like I said to Lewis, I was like, I'm done. Like I'm over looking at houses for the next couple of weeks. I'm over it. Unless something like truly special comes up and it's like perfect for us, I'm done. Like we don't need to move. We're not desperate to move. I'm just so over looking at properties that are not nice, like, and not well made. Like where are all of the well made homes? I don't know. Sorry guys, I had to go on a rant. It's cold today and it's raining outside. But yeah, thanks for coming house hunting with me. Hopefully I'll be able to bring you along to some more positive house hunting videos in the next couple of weeks. It won't be next week because I'm done. I need a weekend off. And then Lewis will be with me as well. So it'll be good to get like 2 different points of views, and maybe we might argue in the car about the house. I don't know. We literally don't argue. But if you did enjoy this video, please make sure that you do give it a big thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. What is the market like where you are living? Especially if you're not in Australia, because I know obviously that a lot of my viewers are from Australia. But if you're from another country, are house prices just absolutely absurd? Like, are you getting so little for how much you're paying? Let me know down below because I'm done. I'm over it. If land, do you know what I was thinking? If land was more accessible and more affordable, I would just build a bloody house. I would just build it because we could get exactly what we want, the finishings that we want. But unfortunately, land, especially around where we are wanting to live, there's not a lot of land left because it's either in the bush or like a reserve, or the land is the same price as a house. So yeah, we are also starting to look at different suburbs too. Like we have a particular area that we want to live in, but we're just noticing that we're just going to have to start looking at other places too. But yeah, thanks for watching guys. I do hope that you did enjoy it. Please make sure that you hit that subscribe button and that like button, and I will see you in a video sometime in the very near future.